Greetings everyone and welcome to this game commentary video with me, Kemzit. Today guys, we shall be chattering about Kingdom Come Deliverance, as we have finally been able to finish this lovely game, and thus we are going to be chattering about it. But before I shall be proceeding, please lean back, lay down, grab something to eat and drink, as we shall be sharing our opinions and thoughts about it. I would like to also thank Lynn for recommending me to play it as well, forcing me to do so, because I've had this game since 2019 in my Steam library. I've never touched it, but I'm finally done it. But on the other hand, it was really an amazing experience, and I would literally do the same to everyone else. I would recommend it with great force to play this game, because it's most of all historically accurate, and there's a lot of colors present and a lot of countries, a lot of elements from the medieval era, and from the Holy Roman Empire to the local people of the Bohemians, and of course the Hungarians, a little bit of the German princes. But I would love if they have elaborated more about those. I would love if we could have go to different places and see more different cultures apart from the Bohemians, a few of the German princes, a few political nobles. But on the other hand, as I said, it was truly a game with colorful nations and all that, but I would have loved to see more, because this game can be put at the same level as Assassin's Creed, or if you love it, Dragon Age, Skyrim. There's a lot of elements present from those games within this one, and it was truly enjoyable. I would have loved to also just be able to continue on with Henry's story, because the ending, in my opinion, I'm gonna be a little bit critical, but it was really saddening to see that we have not been able to recover the sword of Henry's father. Well, his original one, because apparently he is a bastard of a noble. But further else, I would have loved if we could have continued on with Sir Hans Capon, whom we are starting to be big, butt buddies, let's say that. And I don't know if that's historical accurate or it is, but I certainly said it was really lovely. There's a lot of whispers going on that might be Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 or a pre-sequel. All I know is that there is going to be an event about Kingdom Come Deliverance within Prague on the 22nd of February. So who knows what there will be revealed at that time. And many YouTubers are also speaking that there might be a pre-sequel, because the Warhorse Studios has been partnering up with the developers Mount & Blade Warband and Bannerlord as well. So there's a lot of whispering going around, and they have already said that they will be releasing about specific gameplay, but not now, via Twitter. If you follow one of the developers, they will certainly give you such spoilers about it. But further on, there's a lot more to be said about this game, from being able to be picklocking around, stealing stuff, fighting with a sword and shields, to archery and all that. There's a lot of lovely things present there, like also tourneys as well. But I really miss the chance of being able to lance people to death, because that's something that was also happening in the medieval era as well. Because that's what I've basically fought through the combat system, because the combat system, in my opinion, it is frustrating. There's no doubt in it, and I highly recommend everyone who first time tries it and struggles through the combat system, just continue ahead. Eventually it'll start get a little bit easy, but my biggest opinion also is try to do it in a different way, because the combat system, in my opinion, should have been a bit different, as I agreed that the realism should be a present, and it's a great element and lovely element they've implanted here. But I would also have enjoyed if they would have, focused on the fun element, because in the end it's still a game, and games are supposed to be fun, not frustrating. But on the other hand, the game has been far from frustrating, and it was fun. Sure, there's nothing else to say about this minus thing about this game. Like I don't really have any more minuses about this game. I would literally force everyone to play it again. You could play it also on hard mode once you've finished it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna skip it. Solely because there's a lot more different games I'm going to be playing for, but I certainly loved it and would have definitely played it dozens times over, but I'd rather play some other games as we have to do so. On the other hand, I have enjoyed the music, the voice acting was really perfect. But as mentioned before, I would have loved more elaboration with the story, and I would have also enjoyed the more colorful presentations from those German nobles and all that, because it is in the end the time with the Holy Roman Emperor, and the Holy Roman Emperor wasn't just Bohemia, Hungary, and of course some of the German nobles, neither they're just the Cumans, because at that time the Turks were also being a problem, just as they said within the complete fucking hell, that city, whatever they have been destroyed at by the Ottomans, and it would have still been an enjoying time, because at the time that was also present. For example, the Poles and all the other stuff would have been amazing to see, but who knows. Again, there was also some time present with the Hussites, which were a different sect within Christianity, and it was interesting to see that time as well, that you were basically preaching that as well. And at that time there was also a Hussite war present. This kind of knowledge is also present on Wikipedia and all that. You can all see it as well. And there's a specific famous YouTuber called King and Generals, and he has quite a few videos about that as well, which I would highly recommend to check him out. A big ass shout out to him, so do check him out. He has quite some neat stuff. Most of them are historically accurate, so feel free to go forward too. If I'm gonna give this a game from a scale 1 till 10, I would definitely give it a 9er, because everything is just perfect and amazing to see. Only, as I mentioned, the lack of elaboration. I would have really enjoyed it if they would have continued. For example, like how Assassin's Creed did, that you could have traveled from one part of the world to another part of the world and see bigger landscapes, maps, lively places and all that too. And I would have continued to enjoy this game if we could have, because this is basically one similar game like the Assassin's Creed or Dragon Age and Skyrim, but those two genres are, well, games are one of the best as well, and this can be coming along with them as a brother. So with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give it a like button and subscribe to my channel if you're new and wish to support it. Do you want to recommend something or record a game together, or even share your own opinions or thoughts, please write down comments box below, or join my Discord server so we can have a chat about it. Till then, I shall see you guys laters.